Are you a professional speaker, but you're not getting on enough stages? Or are you wanting to be a professional speaker and you're looking for places to speak so you can grow your audience and your income? Well, then this episode is for you because I'm going to talk about the top 10 benefits of speaking on other people's stages or platforms to grow your audience and your income. Hello, lovely dynamic women, and welcome to the Dynamic Women podcast. I am Diane Rolston, your host, and today, I'm going to talk about the top 10 benefits of speaking on other people's platforms to grow your audience and your income. And when I mean other people's platforms, I mean their summit stages, their event stages, their podcast, maybe their YouTube channel, maybe their IG stories. Any place where you are going to be on their platform and they're going to broadcast you out to their people. Now, while I'm speaking about other people's platforms, I also want you to know that the top 10 benefits I talk about can be done in any type of speaking: fee-paid speaking, free speaking, and speak to offer speaking. That's when you speak and then you offer your services or your products. And so any of these different ones can benefit from this type of these different benefits. But I want to speak mainly and solely to other people's platforms. So if you tuned into episode 199 of the Dynamic Women podcast, you would have heard me talk about the 3 ways to speak without being a professional speaker. And maybe if you are a professional speaker, you still want to tap into these other 2 ways or these 3 ways. And in this episode, by me talking about these top 10 benefits, I'm actually going to be doing part 2 of a 5-part series about being a speaker. Even if you're not a professional speaker, and even if you are, is going to help you to move forward as well. So let's jump in. And I want you to be thinking about, as I go through the 10 different ones, do I have this? Am I already considered this? Am I looking to this benefit if I'm already speaking? And at the end, I'm going to ask you, which is your absolute favorite benefit of being a speaker? Now, oftentimes I talk about this as like benefits of being a paid speaker. However, these are benefits of any type of speaking. So the first benefit is that you're going to be seen as an expert. Who is an expert? An expert is someone who has comprehensive and authoritative knowledge. If you are an expert at what you do, or on the topic in your industry, then people are more likely to go to you to hear about that topic. They're going to hire you to do work with them on that topic. And so positioning yourself as a speaker helps you to be called an expert on a topic. Because once you start talking about it in different places, you're going to be seen as that authority. The second benefit is credibility. Credibility means that you're trusted and you're believed in. So this is especially helpful for people who are newer in their business because you want other people to feel like you are credible in the work that you're offering, the services, products you're offering. And credibility comes from, you guessed it, being a speaker. So if you can show up at different places, other people's platforms, and say, hey, I'm a speaker and I speak on this topic, right? The expert piece. And then someone is promoting you to their network, that gives you credibility to their network as well, right? So if this host believes in speaker A, then I can believe in and trust speaker A too. So by being affiliated with someone in their summit or podcast or whatever, starts to gain a little bit of credibility to you. That's the second one. The third one is connections. This is such a benefit. So some people think that the connection that they're looking for when they're on other people's stages is just the connection to the audience, to the attendees, to the clients that are there, as a potential form of revenue from them being a lead. However, the connections don't just stop there. There is connections also to the host and connections to the other speakers. Are you tapping into all these 3 types of benefits underneath this connections piece? You know, when you speak on other people's platforms or stages, they've already curated a group of amazing speakers who are experts, who have credibility, and now you're one of them. So by association, you're also going to increase your credibility with these other people, right? And so that is the third one. Now, the fourth one is expanding your network. When you speak on other people's platforms, then you have the opportunity to grow your audience, to grow your network. And again, it's with the host, the other speakers, past speakers and guests, future speakers and guests, plus all the attendees. You have that option to grow or expand your following, your network, your email list, whatever you want to call it. And this takes us into our next benefit. So we had expert, credibility, connections, and now leads and clients. Now, while speaking doesn't guarantee you get leads and clients, it definitely helps to get leads and clients. That comes in how you speak, what you speak on, what questions you give to the person who's interviewing you, and really positioning your product without being salesy, right? Especially when you're on another person's platform, unless they give you permission to be able to go and make an offer on their platform. And so as we move into, the idea of leads and clients, it comes actually from the one before, which is expanding your network and connections. Because when you're expanding your network, you're expanding your email list. Therefore, you have maybe the opportunity to get leads and clients onto your list. The next one, number 5, is sales, right? And so sometimes you may be able to, on someone else's platform, sell a program, sell a book, sell your coaching, sell a product, sell some other merch that you have. That's the opportunity that you have. When you speak in other people's platforms, they bring the people to you, right? So you're building connections, expanding your network, being credible, being an expert, getting leads and clients, and then hopefully sales come from it. Hopefully, if you nurture the people that we're on and if you provide value in the first place. Now we're coming into number 6. The authority makes you an authority and an influencer. Now you may be thinking, I don't want to be an influencer. And you're thinking of just like being on Instagram or TikTok, Snapchat, these different places, and you don't want to be an influencer. However, when you have authority or you're an influencer, it's also a little bit like being an expert. However, with these is that you have the ability to change your audience's opinion, to shift things, to have a new perspective, to help them to take action, to persuade them, inspire them, entertain them, whatever it may be, as a speaker, right? So you have the power. If you have a movement, a cause, something you're passionate about, you have the ability to move your people into action in the right direction. That is such a great benefit, right? Because also, if they're being moved, oftentimes they will become clients, they'll be leads for you in the future, and sales will come from it. Number 7, being a speaker on other people's platforms helps you to level up and gives you bio depth. That means like biography depth. Lots of things happening in it. So if you're not a speaker and then all of a sudden you speak on someone's stage and then you are a speaker, that's great, because maybe you can't lock in a paid speaking engagement yet. However, this gives you the opportunity to still be able to level up by speaking on someone else's stage. So on your social media, you're saying, wow, so excited to be invited to speak on so-and-so's summit, so-and-so's podcast, right? So by promoting that, people go, oh, cool, look at her doing great things, or look at him doing great things. And for bio depth, now in your bio, it can say, as seen on, as heard on, as interviewed on, as he spoke on such and such summit. So you can add that to the biography when you now go and put it into other places. This takes me to number 9, more speaking requests. The idea is if you speak one place, you should be able to get another speaking engagement from that. If you haven't been able to do that yet, maybe we need to have a conversation. And if any of these you're not being able to, you're like, but I'm speaking, I'm not getting that, then maybe we do need to have a conversation. Feel free to go to your email team@dianerolston.com and say, I'd like to have a free chat with Diane. They'll send you my booking link. So more speaking requests, because as you speak at one place, they'll like what they see and then they'll invite you. The way this is really, I've seen this happen, is in summits that I'm on. And then all of a sudden, when I'm on a summit, I get this flood of requests for me to speak at other summits, on podcasts, at events, and different things. And it's because they heard me and they already see me as credible and expert. They already know that the host worked with me. So they see my connections. They see how I've leveled up. They see how all this has happened. They go, sweet, let's give you an invitation to speak at our event. And so you have that opportunity. So maybe the first one isn't the greatest one, isn't the best, doesn't give you the best results, but there's that benefit of opening doors for more speaking requests, maybe even paid ones. And now we're getting into the last one. Number 10 is opportunities. You never know. Is opportunities. You never know what it's going to do for you to be able to speak on someone's stage. You might have an opportunity to do more training for them or their clients. You might be invited in to be a guest speaker. You may be invited to do other cool joint ventures, affiliate deals, collaborations based on you being on that summit, on that podcast. Maybe it's from a host, maybe it's another speaker, maybe it's even from one of the attendees. You never know, right? And you could all even have the opportunity of like putting your book somewhere on someone's platform for sales, or someone being an affiliate to sell your program because they really like what they see. So there you go. 10 benefits of speaking on someone else's platform. If you're already speaking and you want to speak on someone else's platform, then these are also benefits for you. So you can check, are these things happening in my life? I'm curious. Write me a comment. Send me an email, Diane@DianeWilson.com. Let me know which of these 10 do you think is the biggest benefit for you that you would love to bring in? And as I said, if you want to talk any of them through, please reach out to my team to book a call with me. And I also want you to be thinking about, if you've never spoken before, you do have places that you can go and speak. A couple opportunities that I'll let you know about is the Dynamic Women podcast. We have guests on some of our episodes, and we also have our different series of Dynamic Women summits where you can apply to be a speaker. So if you want to be part of one of those opportunities, please check the notes so that you can see how to apply. And if you haven't yet, please hit subscribe. Share this with a friend who you think should get into speaking, who is already a speaker and maybe needs to optimize some of these benefits. Until next time, everyone, stay dynamic.